Welcome. I just wanted to briefly add a few things that I thought would be beneficial to the presentation you just watched. Um, it's called More and More Tips for the IT Professional, presented by www.resumeforcomputerjob.com. Number one, build a trust relationship with your boss or bosses. People overlook this, and this is probably the most important step that you need to work on, particularly when you're starting new in a company or you're working in a big corporation. Your immediate manager, your immediate boss, it takes so much about what's going to happen in your span of your working in that organization. What you need to do as a IT employee is you need to build a trust relationship with your boss. Communicate with your boss openly at the method they prefer. If they like emails, send them emails on what you're doing, what you're working on, what you're updating. If they like to speak face-to-face, have a face-to-face conversation with them at a regular time, maybe once a day or once a week, end of the week or beginning of the week. Number two, be open to learning new technologies. There are so many developments that happen within IT on a daily basis. You have to constantly be learning in order to keep ahead of the curve. You should be always working on the next technology to learn. If you're a server person and you just got your Windows 2008 certification, you should be learning Windows Exchange and stuff like that. What you want to do is you want to make sure you're learning everything as it comes out. Because if you don't, you'll find yourself below the curve and find yourself looking for jobs that make less money, have less benefits, and have less opportunity for you. 3, don't fear failure, fear quitting. You don't learn from being right all the time. You learn from your mistakes and the fact that you won't be right all the time. One of the things that we in IT love to do is we love to sit on the fact that we have one aspect of IT understood at a very high level. If we worked in hardware 10 years, we understand hardware very well. We don't want to move into the server world because that's going to put us back in a quote, quote, stupor, because there's so many things about that world we don't understand that we do understand about the hardware world. You should always look to grow, develop, change, and increase your skill sets. And in the process, you will fail at things. There'll be some jobs you will do not so well at and some you'll do great at. Don't fear failure, fear quitting. Because if you're willing to accept that you're going to fail and that failure is nothing more than a step in the process, then you continually grow to be that great IT person who is well-rounded. Number 4, certifications are your friend. Meet them. In the IT world, vendor and vendor-neutral certifications are the de facto standard for growth and proof of growth and evolution beyond what a degree or training program can give you. Certifications such as Microsoft, Cisco, CompTIA, and there's a wealth of other vendors who offer training programs, videos, etc., and tests that you can take that will get you a certificate saying that you understand that product and you demonstrated your understanding of that product. That will help your resume when you apply for jobs of a higher prestige or that have more requirements or more specialized. That helps you stand out among the crowd because you now have documentation that you do know what you're talking about. And finally, number 5, speak to others on the level that they can understand. When you're dealing with clients, when you're dealing with people in other departments, when you're dealing with managers, they don't speak technical expertise. They may not understand when you say the RAM socket needs to be cleaned, or they may not understand what you're saying when you say that this particular line of code was running in an infinite loop and we need to put a counter on that to reduce its iterations. You have to understand, people don't speak techniques. As an IT person, you'll start to learn a lot of words, terms, acronyms, etc. that are used within your industry or your segment of your industry. But the outside world does not speak that language, and you have to continually work on your skills and abilities with respect to taking information that you know and translating it into a form of language which others can understand, specifically those who are your managers and those who are your direct analogs, I say, or those who are on the same level within an organization as you in different departments. Because those are the people you're going to have to explain this to, not someone who's technically astute and someone who understands the technical level more. This concludes my little response to your video. I think it's very good. And I just wanted to add a few more things that I thought would be helpful. www.resumeforcomputerjob.com